To be marginalized among the marginalized, what is it like? I am Carol, I am a woman, I am also deaf, and I am Muslim. We know that our state is unable to adequately address gender inequalities, more so with intersectionality of discrimination. Marginalized poor women in our 7,000 islands daily grapple with multiple oppression, such as violence to the point of death or denial of sexual and reproductive health rights. Often we cannot get food, go to school, or even ride public transportation, much less participate in governance. The Magna Carta of Women as the core legislation already summarizes the rights to be enjoyed by Filipino women, yet implementation to achieve de facto equality for all women remains elusive. For instance, women with disabilities suffer in inaccessible police stations and courts. Victims of VOW clamor for livelihood and services for their recovery. Because of their SOGI, LBT women experience chilling violence. Increasing numbers of brutal killings of transgender women are brazenly committed by family members or co-workers. Cyber pornography is notoriously rampant. Without clear legal provisions, ironically, the women or girl victims are the ones arrested and treated as criminals. Marginalized women, either in rural and urban areas, are often deprived of free and accessible health services. Despite the existing reproductive health law, the needs of LBT women, women with disability, women migrant or domestic workers, indigenous women, and women living with HIV/AIDS are grossly neglected. The state then must ensure in both law and practice access as well as accessibility, availability, and affordability of services and legal remedies for all women, including marginalized groups of women. Women with disabilities continue to be among the most marginalized women because most of us are poor, live in rural areas, and face multiple barriers. The 2010 Magna Carta of Women has not implemented the only provision for community-based social protection specific for women with disabilities. No public data exists concerning violence against women and girls with disabilities, and there is no policy pertaining to us in the Department of Justice. The public school system reaches only 2.5% of girls with disabilities, mostly in segregated settings. Planned sexuality education curricula are not accessible for girls with disabilities. The state has not responded to the 2014 findings of the CEDAW Committee upholding the complaint of the rape case of a deaf minor. To this day, the complaint of ours she still faces on a daily basis her perpetrator who still continues to live in their neighborhood. There is no legal mechanism to elicit such a response from the state. Notably, this is the same situation for the 2010 findings of the Committee for the Communication of Karen Bertido.